Showtime, my friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shogun Zorra and thank you for tuning in. And today, as you can see in the title, we're talking about the Crunchyroll Anime Awards. It's now been 5 years since I've done this, and every time I have some thoughts about it. And let's see about the particular anime that got nominated for particular categories. For me, most of the time, the issue I had, especially with Crunchyroll, is we have so many limited nominees for particular categories. There's always, most of the time, 6, and I wished it would be way more, like 10 animes. And also what I most of the time didn't like is what they do is they put sometimes for one category which is already limited to only 6 entries, to put an anime can be nominated twice in the same category, and I feel it's kind of unfair because and we have so many animes coming out, and there's only these selected series are getting nominated is a bit unfair. And I would love to see more diversity, so it would be much harder, more interesting for particular categories to win with so many different diverse animes. But alright, let's get started. As you can see on the screen, I'm on the Crunchyroll website. If you haven't done this, write it down. So yeah, okay. So on the 4th of April, it looks like it's going to end the voting. So let's start. I'm excited. Start voting. No, it starts already with Anime of the Year. No. Let's start with here. Best voice English performance. The thing is, I'm like Alex. Alright, okay. I thought I would be not that familiar with the English voice actors because I mainly watch anime of Japanese. Or some of them German, but yes, I'm familiar with some of them. Oh wow. Okay, we have Alex Lee. He does phenomenal job for Solo Leveling and his voice acting in other series, for example, also in Dandadan and Demon Slayer and everything. But alright, let's go. Alex Lee. Okay, best voice artist performance and Japanese voice actor. Aoyuki. Okay, who is who? See, look, this is a problem I have. Dandadan is twice there. Natsuki Hanae, or Momo, what is Momo? It's Momo, this is Mao, Freeren, Hinchi, Pavan, and Masi. I have to go with Natsuki Hanane because his voice acting in that last year, he did so many good job, especially if you look for Demon Slayer. He has 7 voice acting Hanjiro, or for 9S from Nier Automata. He did a phenomenal job, and also he did a phenomenal job. Also his voice changing when he uses grammar power. So yeah. Next, ending sequence. Ending sequence doesn't mean the ending itself. I think I have to go with One Republic. Nobody got you the way I do. This was so triggering. Goodness gracious! Every time when this was about the really hype, bam, yeah, because it was so triggering. Every time it got really hype, and then the outro came out. The outro is good, but damn, it triggered me. Okay, next we have best opening sequence. Oh, this is not hard. This is good. It's between these 4. Others like from Young Blood, Bing Bom 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 from I forgot from Creepy Nuts. Yes, Level from Sawano Yuriyuki, and TXT. Level for Solo Leveling. Also, the thing is, this is fair. This is fair if like Creepy Nuts gets nominated twice for 2 different things. Yes. Dan. Oh, these are good openings, but I have to say Bling Bam Bam Bom. This is such an amazing song. So okay, Bling Bam Bom. Okay, fair enough. Next, best score: Bleach, Freeren. I need to watch Look Back. Solo Leveling. Oh, this is hard. This is hard. The sound of Hiroyuki would. If we best score is like OST music, right? We are best. Which category are we on? Best score, yeah. Okay, oh, this is good thing they explain. Outstanding score enhances the viewer's experience through memorable and advocate composition. They elevate the emotional depth, dramatic tension, and overall impact of a piece of work. This category celebrates exceptional soundtracks that effectively complements the narrative and visual of an anime series or film, creating a rich auditory landscape that resonates with viewers and contributes significantly to the film artistic achievement. This is hard. All of the music is good. I think it's Bleach. I have to go Bleach with Yuro Sagisu. So leveling is... Oh, it doesn't say. It will be Sawara Hiroyuki, especially for season 1. Sawara Hiroyuki is responsible for the most or like OC. Free Winner is a good, it's like different. But I would say I have to say with Yuro Sagisu. And that season is freaking amazing. Next, best anime song. Oh, wait a second. Wait, if this best anime song includes... It's the same... Wait, best anime song. Ooh. It's Bling Bong 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 or the Otonoke. Abyss is good. Fate didn't really like it. The Break is okay. Level is good, but I think it has to be... I already choose Bring Bam Bam Bon, then I'll choose Otonoke. Yeah, dun 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 dun. I was waiting. Unfortunately, it got leaked the song before the anime officially came out, and I was really waiting for that to come out officially. Yeah, then Otonoke. Must protect at all costs character. Anya for the Shinji Okura. Ooh, Free Win is a character who can protect herself. Okura-kun or Anya Forger. I have to go with our little girl Anya Forger. She's adorable. And especially we need to protect her because she can't protect herself if anyone finds out like her abilities. Best supporting character: Fern, Himmel, Jinchi, Turbo Granny, Psycho, Grandma, or Psycho, or Senshi. I need to watch Delicious in Dungeon. Jinchi, oh, best support character. What about now that I noticed, it says 2024, right? I mean, it's Crunchyroll Anime Awards for 2025, but it includes anime that came out in 2023. Of course, series like Free Win and Apothecary Diary came out in 2023 but carried over to 2024. But it would be unfair. Okay, I understand why they did this, because how they cut off this series when it gets nominated would be how Crunchyroll does it would be unfair to that. Bern or Himmel. I think Himmel is one really great. So, it would be for me between Jinchi is a great supporting character. Himmel is really nice. Psycho, but I think I have to go with Himmel. Jinchi is also good. Best main character. Ooh. This is a good selection, but I don't like. If they have, the thing is, we have 6 nominees and 2 of them are from the same anime, so they have already a 33% chance of getting going to win. But it's hard to say because all of them good. Sung Jin-woo is good. Momo and Okura-kun, Free Win. I think I have to go with Okura-kun. I think more. I really like his dynamic character was oh no, Okura is good here. Okura dynamic with Momo. Both are getting strong, grow in the characters, also liking each other, and Okura-kun also being more confident. It's really cute. All of them are great characters, but I would say Okura-kun. Best Slice of Life. Ooh, Lake and Bag, my dear. Unfortunately, the only anime I've watched was The Danger is My Heart. I need to watch other series. I might be interested to watch Laid Back Camp because it's just a relaxed series, right? A relaxed series. But Danger is My Heart season 2 was freaking phenomenal. Best drama. Oh, Sign of Affection, Ocean no Ko season 2, Free Beyond Journey, Pluto. Pluto, I heard good stuff. A Sign of Affection I heard it was good. Ocean no Ko, I watched it's good. Apothecary Diaries or Beyond Free Beyond Journey, and I think I would say Apothecary Diaries. There's so many different dramas that happen and so many mysteries that's also linked together that really keeps you invested into all the things. So yeah, Apothecary Diary, you got my vote. Best Isekai anime. Ooh. The thing is with Re:Zero Season 3, it came in October. I think Shogun Zorra 2 is good. But I need to watch Shangri-La Frontier. But Suicide Squad was okay, I will guess, but it would be... it's good, but I think Core 2 is stronger, especially with things that happened. Also, Konosuba was freak. I think I have to go with Konosuba. If you would include the whole Core, because it aired in 2024, the Core 2 of Re:Zero Season 3 came out in 2025. But I have to say Konosuba, it was freaking hilarious and good, and also in the end got really interesting and dark. Best action, oh freaking sake. This is getting hard. Best action. Great action sequence, and it elevates the story with new heights and must for delivery thrilling moments that captivate viewers. Demon Slayer was not that very action heavy in this scene, it was more training. We had some good bit action, but at the end, although Dandan not really good, but Bleach. I have to go with Bleach. Best comedy. Yeah, Konosuba. Freaking hilarious series. Best romance, Sign of Affection, Blue Box, Rama and a Half. I need to watch all this series. Blue Box, I need to watch. Sign of Affection, I've seen a lot of things. Rama and a Half, I've watched the original one many years ago, but I'll say Danger in My Heart. Danger in My Heart, yes. Get my best background art. This is hard. I've seen things from this in London. It's really beautiful and amazing. Demon Slayer looks always phenomenal. Free Win, I think I would have to go with Free Win. It would be personally for me. It would be between Free Win and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Goodness gracious, it's not even there. And Demon Slayer, especially in the final sequence. I think that especially at what we go. Oh, this is hard. It would be for me between Free Win and Demon Slayer. I have to go Demon Slayer. It's so close. Best Director. One Piece, like One Piece fan letter. I think how this perspective we got to see from characters, especially different moments throughout the series from One Piece, freaking phenomenal. And then so how they viewed it in this demonstrator is really good. I think everything is really good. I think my other vote would have been potentially Demon Slayer or Free Win, because Demon Slayer, especially how it was directed compared to the manga. Because I've read the manga of Demon Slayer and how they showcased it, especially the final episode. Yeah, fair. Best character design. Yikes. I'll have to go with Dandadan. Dandadan's so vibrant, nice and cool, and everybody has a unique charm to it, and also when they get sort of possessed or use their powers really good, I'll have to go with that. Oh, all of them so good. So there's no wrong reason, and it's just my personal view just right now. Especially with Okurakun, when he had his normal hat, the hat that he had in the first episode, and then later it's only a little bit, but it's changed so much. Best animation, oh goodness gracious. Damn, it's only like, most of the time it's only these series, Dan, Delicious Dungeon, Kimetsu no Yaiba, Free and Kaiju number 8, Solo Leveling. It would be, for me personally, the sequence was really good, but overall, consistency. Free was really good, but I might go with Solo Leveling. Wait, what was category? Best animation. Never mind, I take it back. No, it has best animation. Oh, all of them are really good. I have no complaint. I would say personally the weakest would be Kaiju number 8, but besides that, all of them are really good. I don't have a single complaint. Even Delicious, that why I didn't watch this series. I've still seen a lot of things. I haven't heard any bad complaints. I've seen clips. It's really good. Demon Slayer, the cooperation with CGI is so freaking amazing. Sometimes it feels like it's realistic. Feeling consistently good, especially when Freeman turned out in the final few episodes when Freeman fought against some particular character, you know. Solo Leveling, this animation, this is hard. I give to Solo Leveling. I could have gone for everyone because all of these series. My animation-wise is good. The art style is the thing that had people complain more. It's not the animation but the art style. But besides that, I will give to Solo Leveling. Anyone pictures, he did a great job. Best original anime. Ooh. For people who don't know, best original anime means anime that doesn't have any source material where the animation studio created their own series. Like most of the time, animes are based off a manga. Example, One Piece is based off the manga One Piece, or even games. Nier Automata is based off the game Nier Automata. Even books, light novel series, like example like Fate Stay Night is based on visual novels. The game also called a novel. And example, the Tango Rika and Slime is based off light novels. So Girls Can Cry, Ninja Kami, I heard in beginning it started really good and later it was really bad. But Chigiri I have not watched. The only thing I can say I've watched is Metallic Rogue. I have not finished it completely, but from what I enjoyed it, so it will get my vote. Best new series. See, so overall, it would be between Dandadan, Apothecary Diaries, Free Beyond Journey, and Solo Leveling. To be honest, I might say Apothecary Diary because the thing is, Dandadan, I've heard a lot of stuff. I've had a little bit of an expectation already, but it delivered. Free Ren, I also knew about Free Ren before it got animated, before the anime got announced. So I had already some of it. So Leveling, everybody was talking about the manhwa before the anime came out, especially the time where manhwas are getting more adaptation in 2020, especially because of God of High School and Power of Cross. I think the Apothecary Diaries is an anime that no one really expected. Because yes, I remember I knew about Apothecary Diary before the anime got announced because I heard about the light novel or the manga of it, but it was no one's radar. I don't remember anyone talking about Apothecary Diary, the new series, really good and stuff. And I think it grabbed people's attention the moment they gave it a shot or seen some clips. For me, I saw a few clips on Apothecary Diary in the first few episodes. I like first 4 episodes maybe. Then I started watching and I didn't realize it was that good. And wow, and I'm now constantly up to date and really intrigued with the series. Then I'll go for Apothecary Diary. So Leveling is really amazing. Dandadan, Kaiju number 8, all of the series are really amazing, but I would say the best new series, Apothecary Diaries. Best continuing series, this is going, ooh. Bleach. Remove. Film of the year. Oh, I have not watched any of the movies. I will go then with You're Up Next. this is a bit unfair to say because look back, really good, had good thing. Haikyuu I've not watched. I've not watched any. I've heard about this Momonosuke, the movie of the Phantom in the Rain. Not heard of it. My Hero seems really interesting, but I have not heard anything yet. So I will go with My Hero Academia because I've watched like the previous 2 movies of My Hero Academia and they were really good. I don't think the movie got any worse, so a bit unfair to say, but oh well. Anime of the year, now we're talking Apothecary Diary, Solo Leveling, Dan, Friends Run Journey. The anime of the year. Solo Leveling was decent good. It was not outstanding. Animation was cool, but Dan, especially with the characters, the animation, the music, Free was consistently good in illustrating how time flies and how people remember things. Apothecary Diary, it's good, but I don't know if I would count an anime of the year. Character number 8 is phenomenal. Listen, that I've not watched. But if I had to choose out of all these series, I think Dan. If we had more episodes, then oh, this is hard. I would give Dan potentially because Dan I feel like had amazing animation, good music. We got a lot of characters, a lot of the characters changing up early on a bit throughout the series, really cool, and the character understanding their struggles and everything. While this can have sometimes mess up scenes, but I would say if I had to choose, I would probably say Dan. But yeah, that's it. Wow, we're done. Yeah, we're done. Yeah. Okay, yeah, here's all my votes. I mean, some of the series could have been different. I wish we had more. I think, yeah, one of the main criticisms I have for constantly at CRUNCHYROLL Anime Awards is instead of having 6 nominees for one category, we should have 10 because it would give so many other animes potentially a chance to get nominated. And it's really cool if an anime gets nominated in particular categories. And also, the thing is also a problem I have, like I mentioned before, is that CRUNCHYROLL, what they always does is have only like I mentioned 6 nominees. It's not really cool, and it would be interesting if they had other categories they could add in. Example, best anime of best winter anime, summer anime, fall anime, spring anime. This would be also really interesting if they could add this. But yeah, but this is my vote. Like I said, anime of the year, Dan. Film of the year, My Hero. Best continuing series, Bleach. Best new series, Apothecary Diary. Best original anime, Metallic Rogue. Best animation, Solo Leveling. Best character design, Dan. Best director, One Piece fan letter. Best background art, Kimetsu no Yaiba. Best romance, The Danger in My Heart. Best comedy, Konosuba. Best action, Bleach. Best isekai, Konosuba. Best drama, Apothecary Diary. Best slice of life, The Danger in My Heart. Best main character, Okuda-kun, Dan. Best supporting character, Himmel, Freedom Beyond Journey, and Must Protect at All Cost character, best score, Bleach. Best anime song, best opening best opening sequence with is my Marshall. Now that I think about it, I should have switched them. Best song with it done visually, best ending sequence, character number 8, best voice artist Japanese, is Okuro-kun, yeah, but wow, I didn't expect. I voted 5 times for Dandadan, but it was also an amazing series. I've enjoyed it, so. But yeah, that's it, everyone. If you guys enjoyed this video, please write down in the comments below for which anime you voted for a particular season, for particular categories. Do you agree with my opinion that they need to do some changes? And yeah, stay tuned for other videos I have planned. And yeah, let your light shine bright. My name is Shogun Zorra, and peace.